Cool, so I've got 365 Adventures, Cthulhu 1926 version from Sorry We Are French. They did at least one more of these calendars last year. They've got two versions this year. They've got this one and a dungeon one. But yeah, play every day this year for 2 minutes a day. It's just a calendar, some magnets, roll sheets and dice. So let's just find out what we've got. Box getting a bit destroyed, that's fine. Start off with, we've got our calendar. Set on January 2026 to begin. And it comes with the little stuff to make it stand easy. Well, not like that. Doesn't stand very well. There's some way of locking that I've missed out on. Oh, looks like it's got a little magnet lock and I was doing it the wrong way. There we go, yeah, it's set up. So here we have all of our things. I'm not really going to flash through many, but then we've got our magnets here. So it comes in two parts. So you got your, oh, that's a nice little Cthulhu thing, which will sit behind your calendar. And then your daily investigator clips to the front of it. Very good. Dice, we've got some custom dice. So you got your number dice, which come with a little Cthulhu on the 6. And then what? Investigate, shoot. Don't know what that is. Lantern box. And we've got our rule book as well. How to play Cthulhu 1926. Featuring this Symbarim neoprene mouse mat that I got at the same time as this in my advent calendar. So this is pretty simple gameplay rules, especially because you're supposed to play each day for 2 minutes. How it works is we're playing as John Miller, investigator extraordinaire, who each week is going on venturing around Arkham, and there'll be some encounters coming. So he might have some gun encounters, which is obviously like physical combat. He's got some magnifying glass encounters, which is investigations, and then he's got the lantern, which is a symbol for searching in dark and dangerous places. And which I think is also supernatural sort of stuff he might be encountering. So your gameplay is simple. Each day you'll be situated on a day of the current week. Each week comes with 6 different encounters plus the climactic Sunday encounter. And all you're going to do is Yahtzee style, you're going to roll all your dice and you can keep what you want and re-roll the rest up to 2 times. Then once you get your final result, you're going to use that to mark off one of the days of the week. So how you do that? Simple. Once you've done all your rolls, you add up the value of your black dice and you check your green dice. And the goal is the total of your dice roll to be equal to or greater than the number of the investigation, but also you need to match the symbol. Now, you can investigate any spot during the week, not just your current day. However, you cannot do the Sunday until you reach the Sunday, so you're doing all the lead up to it. So because this has got 15, I could effectively do any of these. I've got an 8, 11, a 10, so I'm good for any of those. However, the green dice to the symbols are also important because you also need to match the symbol. In this case, the only day I could do is the Friday. And then once you've chosen your encounter, you want to be successful, just mark it off that you've done so, however you wish. Colour in the book's a good sign. If you fail to meet any targets for the week, there's no negative effects, you just don't mark any boxes off that day. The whole week's always available, so later on in the week you can always tick a box you've skipped out on, it's not a problem. Once you reach the Sunday, you now get to do the final encounter for the week. As said, you can only do the Sunday on the Sunday, but this encounter gets in special conditions. Each previously completed encounter, you drop the level by 1. For the first week, only one of the 3 days has been completed. In this case, you need to roll a 12 plus a magnifying glass to complete the Sunday. Just like that, so the Sunday can get marked off. There's 2 other rules to note. Firstly, the dice only go up to 1 to 5. The 6th side shows a Cthulhu face. If you roll this, you don't actually get any points for your total, instead you get a point of madness. Whenever you get some madness, you tick one of the boxes up here, or rather fill in one of these circles. When all those circles are complete, you succumb to the madness. All that means is you're going to lose 5 points at the end of the month. For every completed Sunday encounter, you gain 5 points. And finally, you'll put the total in this top corner at the end of the month. What do the numbers mean? Well, you can track your score online, but also after each month is done, you get some more story and you get some more rules that come out. We're only dealing with the January rule set here. And that's it. That's gameplay done for a day. Okay, let's do some gameplay. So we're going to do the first 11 days. We've already did day 1 when we're doing the how to play, so we're going to continue. So as you can see, we've already marked off Friday the 2nd. So we're either looking for investigating Thursday, which we need 8 and the magnifying glass, or we're going to go fight a bat on Saturday, which is 10 and a pistol. Just do our first roll. And you can see here, we've got 8, pistol, lantern and madness. So I think the 8's good and the pistol. Obviously I don't want the madness, and I want to re-roll the lantern in case I can get magnifying glass. So put those to one side. Another pistol, which you don't need, and the 2. So we've got a value of a 10, no madness. I'll keep the numbers. Just re-roll the pistol again. Ideally, in fact, no. Don't need to roll with the pistol again. I wanted that, but I had a pistol. Saturday's the harder day of the week. I've already got the pistol. No point re-rolling. So we're just going to mark off the Saturday. And move on to the next day. Okay, here we are at day 3 then. So we've already investigated this bat and the cat. So all we want to do is a bit more prior investigation with this lady from the Thursday. John abandoned her chasing his cat, and now he wants to go around, but he's got to try and find her again. So let's see how we can do on the rolls. So first roll, you can see we've got 12 and we've got the magnifying glass. So we're just not even going to re-roll, we're just going to take that. And that's it, the final regular day is complete. And that means it's time to move to the Sunday, day 4. What we found here, vampire hunter with a crossbow by looks of it. Someone with a crossbow. We need to investigate what's going on, and we also need a score of 13. But because we've completed all week, we only need a score of 10. So let's go for it. So at the minute I've got 7, some potential madness. I've got the hourglass though. So we'll put them to one side. Put the 5 to one side as well. And go again. Number 5, number 1, 11. So because of the lower total, we've done it. That means we can mark it off. How about that? A perfect week to start. So let's move on to the next week. John might have a more difficult time by the looks of it. Okay, so the 5th day begins a bit of investigation on a man for 9. But we've got a whole week of stuff available for us. Although this week's more physical orientated, we've got 3 lots of guns but only 1 lantern. So ideally we want to start getting guns early. And ideally we want to get the 12s out of the way. So not a good start. Got the gun, got the magnifying glass. So we'll keep them for the minute. Both of the 12s have those symbols. And I'm going to re-roll all the dice. 5, 9, 11. So we're 1 off the 12, so let's just re-roll the 2. And another 5. So we can mark off anything. I think as the guns are more common, I don't need to worry too much about them because I'll be trying to get guns. And as I'm trying for 10 guns and 12 guns. So instead, I'm going to mark off this 12 magnifying glass coming up. Okay, number 6. We've got a snake in front of us. So we're going to have to start doing some combat. Snake of 12. Let's see what we do. So we've got our combat. We've got 4 and 3 for a 7. If I keep those, we just need a 3 minimum. So that's fine. So we roll the madness. And I'm going to re-roll the magnifying glass because if I can get a 12 lantern, that'd be quite good to roll out the way. So we've got the lantern, we've got the 3. I think it's a bit of a risk if I try going for the 12 and I miss it. So I'll take the 10 and we'll go for the 10 gun. So we shoot the snake, we miss. Instead, we hit the dog behind it. Alright, here we are at the dog. Sometimes you've got to place this magnet in a bit of a weird position if you want to actually see everything. If I put him like so where he landed nice in the dog, I was covering up that 12. If I'd done it the first time, it wouldn't have mattered. Anyway, yeah, so 12 lantern or 12 gun we're going for. So we've got the 5, we've got the magnifying glass, so the 9's looking quite good. Reroll the 2, reroll the Cthulhu, and reroll the other magnifying glass. Keep the lantern maybe. I'll keep the 3, that gives me an 8. I just need a 1 or higher and not the madness. And I'll keep the lantern in case we get a good one. 4. Oh, so just done it. Got a 12. So I'm going to take that 12 and I'm going to use the lantern to knock off this owl. Right, day 8, so we're in the back half of the week now. So no more lanterns, we've either got to go fight something or investigate this guy from back on the Monday. 112 remaining, or a 10 or a 9. So the first roll, we've got 9, and investigate, and we've got the gun. So I'll take the 7 and keep the gun. Which lines us up good for the 10 and the 12, and I'll re-roll. And I'll keep that as well. No reason not to. I've got both the symbols I need. So I'm hoping for 12. If not, 2 or so will go for the man. 1. Total of 8. I can't do anything, so I'm going to have to re-roll this. Could this be the first day we fail? 4. No. Only an 11 though. So it's just short of what we need for that snake. Instead I'm going to take out the cultist. Right, day 9. So everything down here is done. It's just either the snake or the strange bloke on the Monday. What we're going to look at. So we've got 9, magnifying glass and lantern. I'll just take the easy 9 now. I'll get that first bloke done. Saturday 10. So we're looking for 12 and a gun. 12 and a gun. So 5, 8, 12, but only lanterns. So we've got the number we need. We just need a gun on 2 rolls. We can't get any madness, that's alright. But nope. Come on. No. So we fail. That snake's alive and well. Right, so leaving blank, move on forward. Right, day 11 then. The final one. So because we completed 5 out of the 6, we only need a 12. Not easy, but as it's only 5 to 15, not the hardest. But we also need to make sure we get a lantern. So here goes. Right, keep the 4. That means I need an 8. I won't keep the 3 because I have to get a 5, but I reroll that, and I re-roll the magnifying glasses. Got the lantern I need to get them out of the way. Again, if I take the 3, I need a 5, so I'm going to have to roll both and see what we can do. Done it. 13. Just done it. Mark this one off. There we go. 2 Sundays down, both encounters completed. So there should be some more coming. Yes, that was a brief playthrough. I should be doing some daily playthroughs, or I'll do some weekly like catch-up ones. So they'll be posted for you to see. And I'll probably do a bit bigger one end of every month, or start of every month rather, when we get any rules updates. So I'll see you either tomorrow for this strange floating lady, or Sunday for the blob. But catch you then.